Hey, what's up guys, it's Rich and welcome to another video. Today you're going to be watching an attempted sniper comeback in TDM and as you can see even, I've joined the game late. You know, my team has 6 kills, their team has 14 kills and the game's been going on for like a minute and a half and my entire team has only managed to get 6 kills in that time, so I kind of have my work cut out if I wanted to try and help the team win this game. I definitely need like half the kills. I would need like 35 kills if I wanted to, you know, make the comeback. And we'll see if I, you know, manage to pull that off. I don't want to spoil it because sometimes when I spoil it and say, oh, we made the comeback, or, you know, oh, we didn't make the comeback, some people get angry at me, which is, you know, fair enough. Look at this NoobTube death, by the way. My man Buttered Gibbon, him and two or three friends were playing on the other team, and they were all using NoobTubes, and it was ridiculous to try and play against. Thankfully, it was Modern Warfare 3, so the explosive damage wasn't as high as some of the other Call of Duties, like Call of Duty 4 grenades on that game. If you could see the grenade indicator, you may as well just give up and die because the explosive radius on those was unbelievable. Personally, I didn't really have too much of a problem with that. It's not as if you could just spam grenades at people in gunfights and win them all the time. They weren't like ridiculously overpowered, and some people seem to think that they were like a huge problem in that game. I personally didn't have a problem with them, but what I'm trying to say is the explosive damage in that game and in a game like Modern Warfare 2 was really high. So, you know, if I was getting noob-tubed and RPG'd in either one of those games, this would have been 10 times worse. You can just see my man Buttered Gibbon, he always hit markers me with that noob-tube, and it's ridiculous to try and play against. But anyway, I've got a few things I want to talk about today. The first of which is, I'm sure many of you have already noticed this, but I want to touch upon it in a video and talk about it for a few minutes. So, I've changed my YouTube name to iTemp, and I have changed my logo as well. I actually made the logo for my live stream. I thought it'd be cool to have a logo in the top middle, and it kind of looks cool in that setup as well. And I thought I would, you know, make it my logo on YouTube as well. So that's been around for a while. The reason I changed my name to iTemp is because obviously that's sort of my online alias, and Silenced XBL was just a name that I came up with in about 30 seconds when I combined my gamer tag, which was like a silence with 2 eyes, and that was already taken on YouTube. So then I just stuck XBL on the end because I was really excited to upload my first video. So I kind of rushed the naming process of my channel, which kind of sucked, but whatever. That name is gone now. I'm now called iTemp on YouTube, which is pretty cool because when I upload a video or like a video or come up in your feed, it will say iTemp, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know me as iTemp rather than Silence XBL. And look at me miss 2 hard scopes on my man Buttered Gibbon, just evading my shots for fun right now. As I said, my shot was a little bit off. It was my first time sniping in a while, but I still did go on this nice little streak. I got all my perks, we managed to take the lead and stuff, and I think I got all my perks twice in a row in this game, which is pretty cool considering that I was sniping and it was TDM, so it was a little bit more difficult because, you know, I didn't have like a domination flag to try and help me to get my my perks and stuff. So the other thing that I want to talk about was the EGL tournament that's going on right now. I was supposed to be taking part in that with Fear Crowds, Benny Central and Insomnus, but I decided that I didn't really want to play against teams that have been practicing for 11 or 12 months, so I didn't want to go to EGL. I do want to go to Columbus, which is actually on the cards right now. We might actually be flown out to Ohio to compete in MLG Columbus, which is going to be on Call of Duty Ghosts. But right now, this weekend, there's an EGL tournament on Black Ops 2, and instead of me playing, they've picked up Quicker Than You, which is, you know, he's already like a pretty established competitive player, so that's an amazing pickup, and I'm really hoping that they do well. But because they don't have much team chemistry, they haven't been playing together and scrimming other teams very much at all. In fact, to be honest, I think I've taken part in half of the scrims at least, and I'm not even playing in the tournament, so that's a bit worrying. But you know, I hope they do well, and I think they've won their first scrim, or not scrim even, I think they've won their first game even as I'm recording this, and they're 2-2 at the moment in their second game, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know whilst listening to this what happens and how far they get, but as I'm recording this, I don't. So if you want to go and watch the EGL tournament, just search it on Twitter or search it on twitch.tv. I'm sure there will be a link on there. I'm not sure if I'll remember to put a link in the description, which is why I didn't say I would put one in the description. But the game is coming to a close now. You can see the scores tied up near, you know, 7,000 score each, and we actually have the lead right now. And let's just see what happens. This is crazy. I don't die. I go on a couple of kill sprees right here. I was trying to play a little bit more defensively because obviously when you're close to the end of the game, you don't want to die. You don't want to be the player that dies too much and gives the win to the opposing team. And look what happens. We lose by 3 kills, even though I went 34 and 5. But anyway, that's pretty much the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, I'd really appreciate a like rating, and I will speak to you all tomorrow. Bye.